We're going to go back now to page... What happens in Egypt is Joseph recognizes his brothers. They don't recognize him, and he makes their life really difficult. He starts accusing them of being slaves, being spies. He demands that they bring proof of what they're saying. He demands that they go and bring their younger brother. And every time the brothers think that they're about to get somewhere, they're about to get some food and go home, another problem comes up. And Joseph is playing all these games with them, and they're getting really frustrated. And eventually Joseph has hidden a cup in Benjamin's bag, which means Benjamin's been arrested. The brothers are now really stressed out because they can't go home without Benjamin. And now Yehuda steps up. So Yehuda is going to step up to Joseph, not knowing it's Joseph, but still there's somewhat of a power struggle there. Yehuda steps up to Joseph. And Joseph says, Yehuda says, this is on page 23 in verse 16. Yehuda said, what shall we say to my master? What shall we speak? Etc. Right? Eventually Judah approached and said, please now, my lord, let your servant speak something into my lord's ears, and let your wrath not be kindled against your servant, for you like Pharaoh. What it looks like is happening is Yehuda saying, sir, please, just, let me talk to you about this situation. But what's really happening, Rashi tells us, on page 24, is Yehuda is basically saying, listen, man, I don't know who you are, I don't know where you're coming from, I don't know what your issue is, but if you think you're going to mess with my brothers, you picked the wrong dude on the wrong day, because you are like Pharaoh, meaning you think you're something hardcore because you're the deputy Pharaoh. I'd smack Pharaoh down and I will smack you down if you don't step all up out of my way right now. And then at that point, Yosef is basically like, wow, they've finally learnt their lesson. They're sticking up for each other. This is exactly what I wanted to see. He reveals himself, I am Yosef. But what we've seen here is way, way back in the beginning of Jewish history, this power struggle. Who is the real leader? We see Yehuda show the leadership quality among the 12 brothers a lot, but sometimes it's Yosef. Then hundreds of years later, what happens in the nation of Israel, what happens in the kingdom? It splits in half. Some of the brothers follow the descendants of Yosef as king. Some follow the descendants of Yehuda as king.